Hello lovely souls, my name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you, and it's going to be all about your next relationship. We are going to try and discover who this person is, maybe even dig up some characteristics about them. We're going to pull some timeline cards. And in the extended, we will have an 18 plus. It will be surrounding sort of this love and sexual relationship and nature of the connection. And that is going to be linked down below. But in the meantime, we have 4 piles here. We have Cobra with number 1, Unicorn with number 2, Bear with number 3, and Elephant with number 4. So if you guys are new to pick a cards, what you're gonna do is pause the video or figure out whichever one you are drawn to the most. Go down below in the description box, find your timestamp, and I will see you all at your pile. Hello, group number 1, welcome. If you chose the Cobra, this is for you. We're gonna be talking about your next relationship and what it is like, what the person is like, what are their characteristics. It's going to be really cool because I'm actually going to be pulling from the movie tarot and maybe somehow comparable to the movie, like the relationship you're going to have. And we will pull some timeline cards. We'll pull some relationship advice cards as well. And you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be about the like sexual and like intimate nature of the connection, and we're gonna make that an 18 plus and get into it. I'm gonna pull from completely different decks and a different tarot deck as well, and we'll try and figure out like what this person is turned on by and that whole thing. All right, so group number 1 with the Cobra. How are ya? I mean, hello, hi. This could be a hint as to what we might dig up in the 18 plus. The Cobra snake that they have. They could be very large down south, if you know what I mean. But I also think this card represents that this person is fierce. I think it represents that they are also one of a kind. They could be a pack leader or a leader in general. They could be someone who is very dominant. They could be someone who is very unique. Let's get more into it. I'm going to pull your oracle cards that I have shuffled here. So we have the archetype with visionary, athlete. You know, snakes are like all muscle, so this person could be all muscle too. I keep laughing at the fact that it's like a snake because I'm perverted, but with the athlete card coming up as well, this person could be in the gym a lot. They could be someone who lifts, but low key they have, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because they could be an artist or have this very soft heart. You know, they might look very brutish on the outside, but they probably are very sweet on the inside. Maybe you are the only one that can tame them and be their snake tamer. We have magic, flow, strength, cleanse, and abundance. We have journey, appreciation, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. We have abundance. Wow, again, nice. We have pride and we have gratitude. All right, let me make sure we're in frame. For some reason, my tripod is moving a lot, so if it does that during the reading, I apologize. I think there is a ghost in my place. I'm actually gonna lift it up more because we're gonna pull some more cards and some tarot. All right, hopefully it stays there. Okay. So group number 1, your next relationship. What is this person gonna be like, boyfriend or girlfriend? I definitely feel like this person is someone who is very multifaceted. This is not someone that you can just define as one thing. They are, you know, not just one stereotype or archetype, they are many. So this person could have a certain look to them. They could be very brutish, like I said, very athletic. They could be in the gym a lot, and people might kind of fit them in that box or that category and not describe them as someone who is intuitive and creative and magical, but they really are. So on top of having a lot of like outer strength, this person has a lot of inner strength. And I do also feel like this person is very spiritual. This is someone who probably is going through their own awakening right now. They are probably been going through their own sort of journey. I feel like you guys meeting each other is a journey in itself. Maybe you've been trying to manifest this person, and maybe it's been mutual, like kind of in their own way. They have been trying to manifest you or go with the flow and be open to meeting you. I do feel like this person is very abundant. So this could be like a literal, like they have lots of money, or it could be like this person is just so open and they're not really that blocked as like an energetic field. So they're just like open to a lot of opportunity. They get a lot of opportunity thrown their way. I do think that this person and your relationship is gonna really be magical and really divine. To talk more about like your relationship as a whole, I feel like this person is gonna be very proud to have you on their arm. They're not gonna just use you as like a trophy wife or arm candy or anything like that. Like this person will genuinely just be proud to know you and have you. I think they will have a lot of appreciation, a lot of gratitude. I think there will be a lot of magic in this connection. You guys might even share like a telepathic connection. You will sort of be able to kind of read each other really well. I do think this connection could be very cleansing because this person is such a visionary, because they're such a good Samaritan, just good person in general. I think that maybe you guys, group number one, might have come from a connection that could have been toxic in the past, and it required a lot of second chakra work. It required a lot of clearing. And I feel like this connection will be very cleansing, in that this is totally different from anything that you've ever known before. I definitely see this person treating you with a lot of respect, a lot of love. Okay, let me pull your tarot. Let's see what we can get with the movie tarot. Group number one, tell me about their person and their relationship. Okay, we have the Hangman in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Matrix here. I'm not sure what this Hangman movie is, but I'll look it up to double check. This person could be very into like the simulation is real, like the Matrix. Like they could be really into that aspect of spirituality and kind of talking about how we do get to control our fate and our abundance. We have the King of Wands. I think I know this movie, but I don't know for sure, so I'll look that up as well. King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, so this person could have any of those in their chart. Also with the Knight of Pentacles, they could also have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus in their charts. And we have the Magician, which is the Martian with Matt Damon. All right. Okay, so these three men, these three actors are completely different from one another. However, they do have very similar features. Like they're different features, but they're similar. So take a good look, because this could be kind of similar to like how your person looks. They could be fair skinned. They could have like smaller lips, but you know, if they're masculine, even if they're feminine, I feel like it looks good on some people, like with their facial structure. And sometimes like people get these, like, just side note, nothing to do with your person, but sometimes people get these like lip fillers, and it doesn't always look right like on everybody. Not everyone is meant to have these like huge ridiculous lips. But I feel like this person has like a thinner pout, but like a kind of on the bottom lip, they have like a bigger pout, if that makes sense. Again, with this kind of Martian energy, with the Matrix energy, I do feel like this person has like Aquarian in their chart just because they are so fascinated by like the future. And I don't know, I feel like this person would take a lot of interest in just like space and in the future and like the Matrix, and it's all simulation, and maybe even conspiracy. And so they're just like, you know, they're super into that. It could also represent that they're very like innovative as well. Like this is someone who is very like forward thinking. So we have the Hangman in reverse, which is from the movie In Dancer in the Dark, Bjork. So this movie is about letting go, trying to accelerate along an incorrect path, maybe a fruitless distraction. So this could be, like I said, a journey towards each other, that you guys, you know, group number one, you have been trying to meet your person. So you're definitely clicking on this video anxious to know who, like what your next relationship is going to be. Who are they going to be of that matter? And I'm definitely getting kind of the energy here that this person is someone that was on a similar journey towards you. So there is going to be this huge appreciation towards your connection, and just kind of a lot of thankfulness that you guys found each other, and that this is so one of a kind, that you guys are so uniquely meant for each other. We have that Knight of Pentacles, so even upon meeting each other, it might take a while for this to progress. You might start off as friends or get to know each other slowly and take your time with dating, and then slowly move into a relationship. I think we'll dig more into that process in the extended, but the Knights are always kind of slow moving. It's just the Knight of Pentacles has the best follow through. This is someone who means what they say and says what they mean. So I don't know if you guys start off at a distance, and that's why we have journey here. Or if this person is busy working, you're busy working, or you guys are just trying to do things like the healthy way because you didn't have that chance in your last connection, and so you want to make sure this is like truly your person. But this is very, I think this person will be very adventurous. I think they'll be very romantic, and I think they'll be very chivalrous as well. This is someone who is going to deeply care for you. This is not someone who is going to just kind of lead you on. So with the King of Wands, I definitely feel like this person is a leader, or they have some sort of authoritarian position. They are someone who is very responsible. They could be a boss or a manager of some sort. They could own a business. This is someone who could even be older than you, that like by a kind of like a milestone, and maybe they're more in the future because that is where they're at right now, if that makes any sense. But the King of Wands here, I do think this person is very thoughtful. I think they're very warm, and I think they're also very careful about like who they get involved with. And unfortunately, I don't know. Oh, Indiana Jones. I think this is Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones. I was gonna say, unfortunately, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Harrison Ford. So they could have a Harrison Ford type of vibe. And then we have the Magician with Matt Damon. And I feel like this represents how this person does have this kind of like, they are very grounded and they are very here on earth, but they also have this balance of being very kind of whimsical, really into magic. They might be super attracted to you because you're like dabbling in the occult, you're super into tarot, and all these things are probably going to really interest them. But this is someone who is very talented. They are a fast thinker and smooth talker with prime physical abilities. Wink, wink with the Cobra. So we'll see how this person is in the bedroom in the extended. But I feel like this person is just someone who has a nice diplomacy to them and a subtlety. Again, leadership type vibes. They could be a huge chatterbox as well. But the life lesson in the Martian is simplicity in life struggles. You solve one problem and then solve the next one. If you solve enough problems, you get to come home, recognize and acknowledge your gifts, and use your power as well. Very interesting, because the Magician as a major arcana is very symbolic of having all the tools within you to resolve problems. So this person could be a really handy man to have around. I mean, they could be very physically good with their hands. They could probably build something from scratch. They could also just be someone who's very quick-witted, a really good thinker, ruled by Gemini here. They could be someone who can problem solve very easily. This is a good person to be in a relationship with. This gives me like vibes that it could lead to something very promising like marriage or having children. So let's see what the romance angels say. We have codependency in reverse with that hangman in reverse. Maybe both of you quite literally came from codependent relationships or relationships where things were very imbalanced. And so now you guys are gonna meet each other and be a little cautious, but it is safe for you to love. And I think you guys are gonna really go with the flow. We have flow here. And take your time with the connection in the relationship. We have let your friends help you. So maybe your friends have been trying to hook you up with someone and maybe they're older than your usual type, but keep an open mind because hello, hi. Or some of you who are on dating sites, maybe you need to adjust your age thing or whatever it is in the settings. We have worth waiting for. So this is gonna be coming through for you guys pretty soon. We're gonna pull a timeline card, but I think amongst it coming in, it's very important that you understand it will take a little bit of time to progress, but you guys will have like an instant bond and chemistry. So let's get a relationship advice card. We'll pull a timeline card and then we're gonna move this into the extended, which is gonna be an 18+. And we're gonna talk all about your sexual relationship with each other. Okay, we have perspective. What does a hawk see when it flies over your house besides the family of mice living nearby that you don't know about? What will your current problems, conflicts, complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back on the timeline of your life? In this moment, you're being given the gift of clear perspective, of knowing that in the end, everything is gonna probably much better than be okay. Think large enough and even big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk and you're really on to something here. All right, so let's pull a timeline card. Oh shit, okay. That was quick. We have 8 months, you guys. 8 months. Also, this is a bonus card because this is a very profound thing that it's saying, and it's saying to take this into perspective. So we're gonna move this into the extended group number 1, and we are going to do an 18+ there and kind of talk about your sexual relationship and just the nature of your intimacy. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, I love you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 2. Welcome. If you chose the unicorn, this is for you. I love that you guys chose this or were drawn to it because it is obviously so special, hands down. The person that you're going to be in a relationship with could be this unicorn spirit. So today we are going to be talking about your next relationship, and there will be an option to extend, which is an 18+. And we're going to be talking about the sexual and kind of intimate nature of your relationship, which I'm super excited about. But in this reading, we are going to try and figure out who this person is and how you might even end up meeting. We're going to pull some timeline cards, some relationship advice, and then I am pulling from the movie tarot, which should be really interesting because it could be like what your relationship is like if it was a movie or something of that nature. So it should be really fun. It should be really interesting. I hardly ever make announcements, but I do want to make an announcement up front. And that is, I am trying to go live pretty consistently, at least every other day this month. I have some really exciting news that I'm going to announce pretty soon, but it will make the rest of my year pretty busy, and it will be very difficult for me to do the live streams that I've been doing. But if you guys wanted a personal reading with me, if you wanted to ask a question, you wanted to come just say hi to the family on the live stream, then definitely do that. All the information to book, get on the list, or just figure out when I'm going on and all that good stuff is on my Instagram at Samantha James Tarot. If you're also interested in daily pick-a-cards, that is also on my Instagram, which is right there. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for that. Let's get into it. Group number 2, you chose the unicorn spirit. So the person you're going to be in a relationship with next could be very special. They could be very spiritual. They could be very sentient. They could be a soulmate. We could even just keep going as far as we can and reach with this. But I think that this represents that this person is very one of a kind and very rare, a rare breed indeed. Okay, so let's also see what your archetype says. We have alchemist. We have avenger. We have hedonist. We have shapeshifter. We have determination, trust, success, illumination, and comfort. We have door to spirit, caring connection, and the garden and the gate. We have imagination, honesty, and humor. Okay. So up front, I am already really seeing that this person is someone you could definitely be in a long commitment with that could lead to something even bigger. I feel like also there's something about this connection that had to be imagined up, had to be dreamt up, had to be manifested. It'll be interesting to see what your tarot cards are. Because with unicorn and imagination, it's almost, and even alchemy here, it's almost like you wished for this person. Maybe even some of you put like a list together. What is your dream person? What are their dream characteristics? What are they like? What is their personality like? And it's almost like you dreamt that up and it was brought to you. So it seems like this is a very destined connection. It's something that you were very determined to find. It's something that is destined for success. It's something that required a lot of shape-shifting with yourself, trusting in spirit, trusting in divine timing. It just seems very divine, lack of a better word, I guess. I feel like this person is just as spiritual as you are, and maybe in different ways. Maybe you like dabble in the occult and you're into tarot and all that stuff. Maybe this person is spiritual in more of a mindset kind of way. They had to transform their life, themselves. They could be someone who goes against the grain. They could be like a lone wolf. I'm getting like Aquarius vibes. This is someone who is very innovative. This is someone who wants to lead themselves in their own direction. They're not trying to conform or do what anyone else is doing. I think this is someone who might have had a difficult past and had to really transform their life for themselves because they realized that they couldn't rely on other people to do that for them. That's pretty profound and deep and quite a reach, but maybe I'm channeling because that's really what I got here. In spite of that, it makes this person a more loving, compassionate, and caring person. This person is very honest. This person is very funny. That's like something that is coming out very strong with humor here, but I love that characteristic in a person, is someone who's fucking hilarious, someone who's funny. That's always such a great thing. But it makes this person very trusting, because they know what it means to be on the other side of that. They know what it means to not be able to trust people or not feel comfortable around people. This person could be an introvert, honestly. Doesn't have to be, but they could be. I do think that this person could be an earth sign as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the only reason I say that is hedonist, not to call out my earth signs because it doesn't make you a hedonist if you're an earth sign, but just soaking up the good kind of qualities of life that indulge the 5 earthly senses. This person probably really likes food. They like, you know, the smell of cologne or perfume or candles. This person likes texture, blankets. Like, they do like the finer things in life, and you guys might connect on that a lot in this relationship. I do think that this person is very different in that they are not trying to conform to any style of government in society. So if this is someone you end up marrying or having kids with, they're gonna wanna like homeschool the kids. They're gonna wanna protect the kids. Like, this is a completely different kind of person. And like, you know, we have caring connection here. So obviously I think this person could be very caring, but I think at this point I'm gonna pull some tarot and see what else we can get. Oh, okay. Okay. It's all good, Jackson. I almost dropped all of the cards, and if you do cards, you know what that means. It's not the best thing to do. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. So like I said, earth sign vibes for sure, especially with that comfort there, with success, with trust. I mean, determination, the stubbornness of an earth sign. I'm just getting all of those vibes here. Also really good things, also make really good partners, so not a bad thing. King of Pentacles, we have Willy Wonka in the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I used to watch all the time as a kid, and honestly, fucking creepy, like honestly. So there's that. Not saying your person's a creep, but just like noting how creepy that movie was. So we have the King of Pentacles to start. We have the Page of Pentacles. I'm not sure what movie that is, but I'll look it up. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we have Death with Donnie Darko. Okay, let me look in the book and make sure. We definitely have Willy Wonka with the King of Pentacles here with the Page of Coins. We have, oh, that's interesting, because I did think this was Slumdog Millionaire, but it was hard to tell. So we have Dev Patel in Slumdog Millionaire. And with Death here, I believe that is Donnie Darko. Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, so with the King of Pentacles here and the original Willy Wonka, the King of Pentacles here, you know, really represents someone who could be in an authority position. This is someone who has a lot of responsibilities. It could represent like their age. They could be older than you. This person could also be someone who is a leader of some sort, a manager, owns a business, or they're like a workaholic, and this could be very symbolic of the fact that they're a workaholic. Page of Pentacles, to me, with Slumdog Millionaire, tells me that this person came from a very difficult past, and it was sort of a reach out first, but we have this tarot to kind of clarify. So this person worked, and they might have a very fruitful and really nice life. They might be very abundant at this point in time, like lots of candy, lots of shit. But like a chocolate river, like they have it all. Like a gondola on a chocolate river. Okay, I'm done. So with the Slumdog Millionaire, it tells me that they didn't just get that stuff handed to them. This is someone who worked for these things. This is someone who did not have any of these things, and they, are intelligent. They found opportunity. They went towards opportunity. This is someone who really worked for everything that they have. So they could, even with this, the garden and the gate, be very protective over the life that they have built for themselves, because they, have had this discipline with the Nine of Wands. They have had this strength and stamina. They have had success after setback. They don't want to have setback again. They have a huge fear of setback. They've shape-shifted their whole entire life. And I think something that you guys might connect on is that you don't want to go backwards. You only want to go forward. You guys might end up being a power couple, building an empire together. You might really connect on the fact that you have created pretty much everything that you have in your life right now. With the Death card and Donnie Darko, death representing transformation, but Donnie Darko, the movie, more so representing Donnie Darko's character illuminates his unusual positivity about the end of the world. His quote is, "I hope that when the world comes to an end, I can breathe a sigh of relief because there will be so much to look forward to." So it's like this person's a little cynical, but they're not a pessimistic. They're not a pessimist. They're actually an eternal optimist. This is someone who is emo, is into the darker things. They are someone who is a realist, I think I would say. So it's funny that they're being represented as the unicorn animal spirit, because it's like they probably don't believe in unicorns, but they are a unicorn. It's so interesting, and it kind of is like a metaphor for who they are. But this person doesn't want loss. I mean, this came out in reverse up front, because I think this person with the Nine of Wands coupled together doesn't want to lose anything that they have ever again, and they will do a good job. They will be very determined to protect everything they have. But I put it back in the upright because I do just want to highlight the lessons about the Death card. And this is about, transformation. This is about finding a way to rejuvenate and engage with life for renewed vitality. And I think that's something that this connection with you will do for them. So I think that you guys might really connect on these things. We have attraction. So this could be totally up your alley. This could be totally your type of guy or girl, someone who is on the darker side. But there is going to be a mutual, strong attraction here. Lots of passion too. The same way that this person was passionate about building and transforming their life, they're going to show you that same passion. This is, very interesting because they are kind of like a romantic and a lover, and, they might live as if it's their last day, and it will be really cool to get into the extended and kind of see the sexual energies of this person, because it's not going to be very advantageous, not going to be very in your face. People, we have Avenger here, people won't know that you guys are freaks, behind the closed doors, in the sheets, This person tries to keep a very conservative face, but they're a fucking freak, okay? So if you want to know more about that, that's linked down below. But this could be the one. I started off the reading by saying that we have flirt worth waiting for. So if you guys are manifesting this person, they're coming very soon. Trust. We have trust twice here, and I think it's symbolic of the fact that you can really trust this person. They're not gonna hurt you, and They know what hurt feels like. They know what lack feels like. And this person really just wants to protect what they have and build more specifically with someone who they can do that with. Okay, so for your relationship advice, we have reliability. I am reliable. When I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even the ones that may have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cereal factories. So this person is going to really enjoy reliability, and especially if they're an earth sign, this is someone who means what they say, says what they mean. They do appreciate follow-up. They don't appreciate flakiness or tardiness or anything of that nature. So let's pull a timeline card and let's see when this is coming in for you guys, group number 2. Okay, we have 6 months. Group number 2. This could be coming in for you in 6 months. All right, so if you're interested in the sexual and intimate connection and nature of the relationship, that is linked down below. We are going to pull from a different deck. We're going to pull different oracle cards that are more lovey-dovey, and you will have the option to ask a question from my magic Mr. Predicto 8-ball type magic crystal ball whatever thing. So that's linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you. I really hope that resonated, and I will see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you chose the Bear Spirit, this is for you. You might have been drawn to this card because this will give us a little hint about your person and your next relationship. So today's video is about your next relationship. Who are you going to be with next? We're going to dive into their characteristics. We're going to dive into how you guys might meet. We're going to pull some timeline cards, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be an 18+, and we are going to dive into the sexual and intimacy nature of the connection. So we will kind of be pulling all the lovey-dovey romantic type stuff in the extended, and in this reading we'll be really just kind of talking about the particulars, what this person is like, how you guys are going to meet, how you're going to be compatible, all of those great things. I'm super excited because in this reading we are going to be using the movie tarot, so it's almost like describing your person as if you guys are a movie or something. I hardly make announcements, but I do have an announcement today. I am going live pretty consistently this month of September, almost every other day. The reason for that being is because I will not be going live as often coming up for a while. I have some pretty exciting news and an announcement to make in October. But until then, if you guys wanted a personal reading from me, now is your chance to get one. I only do them on my live streams, and all the information to figure out when I go live, how this process works, the whole thing is on my Instagram at Samantha James Tarot. Another benefit of following me on Instagram is I post daily pick-a-cards. So if you guys are interested in that as well, that is linked down below. All right, let's get into it. Group number 3, you chose the Bear Spirit. Maybe your person is going to be like a big bear, someone that is bigger than you, taller than you, huskier than you, someone that is a really good cuddler. I don't know, stereotype, not that bears are like cuddlers. Maybe they're super into salmon. I don't freaking know. Maybe they are very, you know, they take care of their own. They're very protective. They could also kind of be an earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's look at your archetype as well. We have Guide, Goddess, Poet, and Lover. All right. We have Passion, Energy. Look at all this red. Sweetness, Faith, and Love. I'm loving the colors here. We have Man holding a heart, Happy Family, the Temple Path. We have Purpose, We have trust. We have peace. And we have relationships. Okay. Wow. Group number 3. This is really beautiful. Okay, so, I mean, I'm definitely getting the vibe that this is like your next relationship is like your future husband or wife, which I do and will have a video coming up on that this month as well. But my gosh, this is definitely someone that you could end up, I mean, I'm getting really ahead of myself here, and I will explain why I am saying that, but just, you know, upfront energy already, just really getting the vibe that this is someone you are going to be in a very happy relationship with, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about this person. This person is very attractive. They could be a goddess, they could be a god, Greek god type figure. They are definitely a looker. They are definitely someone who is very sexy, very sensual. This is someone who is a romantic at heart. They could be, you know, a lover, not a fighter. They definitely, it's interesting, they have this bear-like persona, but they are like a warm, fuzzy bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, they growl and they get cranky, and I feel like people are scared of them just based off their look. I feel like if they're a man, they're very muscular, hunky, tall. They could even have very long hair, like a beard, kind of like, you know, grizzly type features. And if it's a woman, it could be like resting bitch face, super gorgeous and just like very fierce. But for both men or women, they are complete lovers, sweethearts, just the nicest person ever. And I feel like this person is just, I don't know, I can't stop saying it. They're just a sweetheart. They love. They might wear their heart on their sleeve. They might be like they might fall hard, fall fast type of person. This person could be a songwriter. They could be a poet. They could be a musician. I'm just kind of getting songwriter vibes with poet here. They could just be a writer. They could like to write little love letters or notes, or they could be working on a book. This person is someone who is very passionate, very energetic. I'm getting strong fire sign vibes. They could have that in their corner or in their chart, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. They're very fun loving, but they also have air or water. We have pretty much everything here, honestly, a good balance of everything. I don't even know that, just kind of vibe wise. We're gonna pull the tarot and see. But just from what I'm getting, they are a very equally balanced person. This is someone who has a strong, they have a lot of stamina, they have a lot of energy. They could go all day, every day. If you know what I mean, check out that 18+. No, but they could just like, they probably work out and work and do the errands and clean the house. They're just like really have a lot of fucking energy, and on top of it, they're bouncing off the walls. Okay, so this relationship, this is someone that you're definitely going to be in a relationship with. This is definitely someone that is going to serve your highest good. This could be even a guide to you. Maybe they're older, or maybe you guys serve as a guide towards each other. I think you guys are both going to really reinforce your faith. Somehow meeting each other is really going to reinforce your purpose and give you guys a sense of, like, a profound sense of trust in the divine plan, because maybe you guys are soulmates and you'll have this very beautiful and destined connection. And there's something about, you know, being with your soulmate, something about being with someone on a higher vibrational level that does really lift your frequency up and does really point you towards the temple path, towards a life that is, you know, fulfilling and worth living. And really the highest vibration of all is love. And when you can achieve that kind of love, you can achieve peace. And one of the things that I think people don't wish for enough is peace. You could have love in your life, you can have all these things, and it could still be like chaos. But there's something about this connection that's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment, a lot of contentment, a lot of peace. And I feel like you're going to really show this person their purpose. They're going to really show you their purpose, your purpose. And I feel like there is just going to be a strong magnetism here. The Temple Path is really interesting card because it talks about, you know, going on this new journey or this new pathway towards your destiny, which ultimately has abundance and love and success and all the things that you have been wishing for. So, but you guys are almost like, instead of going there individually and meeting up, you guys are gonna like go on that pathway together. So this is why I say I feel like this person could be your future husband or wife. I feel like you guys could have kids together with happy family, which is that 10 of Cups energy. We have love here, we have lover, we have purpose and trust. We just have all the right combinations of cards here, which make this a really positive reading. So let me pull your tarot. Okay. Oh, shit. All right, sorry. There is a lot of energy and the cards fell on the floor. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. I believe that is Bruce Lee in some ninja movie. I'll look up the exact information. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Matrix. All right, Spirit, tell me about this person. Group number 3 is going to be in a relationship with, if you're not already. I mean, you know, I don't know why you click on this, but if you're not single and you're with someone, I mean, look no further, because this person is the one that you're going to be with. But this is mainly geared towards people who are single. We have the Chariot here. We have the Ace of Cups and that 10 of Pentacles wanted to come out. Okay, so Ace of Wands, very passionate, very fiery connection, lots of sweetness, lots of romance, lots of excitement as well. I mean, I could see you guys traveling together or adventuring and exploring. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so a lot of promise for stability, a lot of promise for the future, a lot of trust, a lot of loyalty. A lot of opportunity to head in a really beautiful direction here. We have Chariot, which is ruled by Cancer. Again, like I said, we have pretty much everything: earth, water, and fire. Don't have air, but I do feel like this person could have air in their chart, or you could. But we have the Chariot, and that represents this motion forward, this movement forward. The Ace of Cups, which is this beautiful bounty of love that you guys will have to give each other, and the gorgeous 10 of Cups, which is all about stability, fulfillment. It literally is very in correlation to the Temple Path and happy family. So, all right, let's talk about it. So we have the Ace of Wands here, which they're not specifying this specific card. They're more aiming towards like the major arcana and the knights and pages. But we have the Ace of Wands, which I believe is Bruce Lee. And I think it just goes to show that this person has a lot of energy, a lot of passion, primary energy, vitality. I feel like this person is someone who is very adventurous for sure. This is someone who wants to explore. This is someone who wants to build. We have the Knight of Pentacles here with Keanu Reeves in the Matrix. So this is all about the chivalry and the romance. Again, even dynamic adventure here as well. This is about creating movement and change. It's about someone who is goal-oriented. But with the Matrix kind of energy here, it could be that this person, you know, views this as a simulation. They could be very spiritual in that sense, and that they're like, this is all just a matrix. We can create our own life, and they want to create a beautiful life with you. We have the Chariot, which is Russell Crowe as Maximus in Gladiator. And this is about a beautiful journey and a beautiful victory and a beautiful just step forward. I feel like the right action kind of prevailing here against all odds, maybe even. So Maximus faces the killer of his family. My name is Maximus Meritus, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix legions, and loyal servant to the true emperor, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. I will have my vengeance. Okay. So maybe this person has seen a lot of loss and they just want to move forward with you. I feel like this is about, you know, the Chariot can be about obtaining something special and stepping up to the plate in spite of odds, in spite of it not necessarily always being so easy. Then we have the Ace of Cups, which is this cup, this outpouring of feelings, this creative beginning. It can represent fertility. It can represent, you know, pregnancy, birth, attraction, a new relationship, abundance, all of that great stuff. And then we have the gorgeous Ten of Pentacles, which is like a further affirmation that this is headed towards a lot of stability. This is something that you can definitely have a long relationship with. We have security here and success and family matters and prosperity. I mean, it's all just really quite gorgeous. So let me pull your romance angels. And they don't say who the Ace of Cups is for, but this does look like Rachel McAdams from The Notebook. So you guys could have that kind of like connection where it's just like so passionate, you know, you guys are so in love, and then they end up having a million kids. We have weddings, so this definitely could lead to a marriage. Yeah, I definitely feel like The Notebook is something that you could refer to in manifesting this connection or your next relationship. So stay optimistic about your love life. I do think this person is going to come up to you and flirt with you. They could be the Ryan Gosling to all of this. We have romantic feelings. It's safe for you to love, attraction, because even she pushes him away multiple times, but there's just this element of flirtation and playfulness, and he really does earn her trust. There really is this strong attraction, and then, you know, they split apart, and she's gonna marry someone else, and she was worth waiting for, he was worth waiting for. It's this like gorgeous kind of thing going on here. Okay, so I want to pull a relationship advice card. I mean, I definitely feel like with all this red and pink, the sex is going to be fire. We're going to pull from a different deck for that one, and that is linked down below. Okay, we have celebration. When I come across people in happy, healthy relationships, I give jealousy the finger and celebrate their joy. When I do so, I'm rooting for the good guys, which means that I'm a good guy, and that means all of us win. Who wants to celebrate? Okay, let's pull a timeline card. When is this going to happen? Okay, a couple of months. Okay, a couple months, and this is when you could be in your next relationship. Group number 3, gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna move into your extended. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, I hope you enjoyed that. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 4. Welcome. If you chose the elephant, this is for you. We are going to be talking about your next relationship, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be an 18 plus. It's been pretty juicy because we are just kind of digging up all the romantic factors, all the intimacy, and all of the sex in the extended. We're going to be pulling completely different decks, and so if you're interested in that, that's linked down below. In this reading, however, we're going to be talking about your next relationship, when you're going to meet. We're going to pull some timeline cards, talk about their characteristics, and get some advice on the connection or how to manifest the connection depending on where you're at right now. I don't usually make announcements, but I have one announcement to make. I am going live a lot this month, at least every other day. The reason for that being is because I will not be going live as often anymore. I have some pretty exciting news that I am going to debut in October. But until then, if you guys wanted to book a personal reading with me, I only do them via live stream. And if you guys were wondering how to book, when I go on, what are the details, all of that is on my Instagram at Samantha James Tarot. That is Samantha James with a Z, Tarot, and I also post daily pick-up cards on there, which is also very fun. So come follow me on there for any updates about my lives, etc., etc. Okay, so let's get into it. Group number 4, you chose the elephant spirit. Beautiful. This person could be ruled by the fire element, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. They could be older than you, wiser than you, all that good stuff. This is someone who could be kind of indigenous, or they could come from a different culture than you. They could be someone who is from out of the country. If you are speaking, if you are watching from America, like I'm watching from, or I'm speaking from, but this is someone that I think that you guys could have completely different backgrounds, and we're going to figure out what that means really. So let's get into it. We have networker, student, child, eternal, martyr, and bully. We have creativity, reflection, movement, and intuition. We have deceit, man holding a coin, the thinking man, and woman holding a coin. We have judgment, worry, grief, and denial. All right, let me make sure we're all in frame. Okay. Interesting. This one is interesting, group number 4. So I'm getting a couple downloads, but I could also kind of not be there all the way yet. I might have to pull tarot for you guys. Well, I'm gonna pull tarot, but like a lot sooner than I thought. This could be someone that you started off not liking. Like you guys could have had a tumultuous or difficult connection, which is really kind of funny. And I'll explain why. My ex, I'm getting married now, it's a completely different person. I hated him. Like I hated him. But I didn't. Like I thought he was awesome, but I also didn't give him a chance. But I hated him, and we were so mean to each other, or I guess I was super mean to him. And he ended up being my boyfriend for 3 years. So this could be a similar situation where maybe you're not allowed to like this person. Maybe you work with this person, you have to put on a show. Maybe this person's with a friend of yours. Maybe this person is annoying. Maybe you go to school with them. I don't know, but there's this kind of energy here where it's like you don't necessarily start off liking each other or liking them. That's one scenario. Another one is that this is someone who is older than you. This is someone who could even be like a sugar daddy type scenario, sugar mama type scenario. And it's not necessarily the most full of love connection. This is more transactional. We have intuition here and creativity. So I don't see that as like the full throttle reasoning for this, but it could be for some of you. I'll tap into it. And then the third scenario is that this is metaphoric, that this person is not actually a bully or a martyr. It's that this person is intimidating, and they're older than you, and they could have a lot more money than you, and they could have a status symbol. They could be famous in some sort of way, and you don't know what they want to do with you, and you're kind of in denial about it, or you're kind of judging them a book by its cover with judgment here, or you're worried about the connection because they are in the spotlight and they have a lot of people after them, and you don't know if you're being deceived. With networker, they could have a huge sum of fame and all of that stuff, but they truly are interested in you. So this is interesting. I'm getting a lot of different vibes here. Okay, I'm gonna pull some tarot, and then I will tap into all three scenarios, so whichever one that you guys feel that you fit into. And I always love to hear from you, like when you guys reassure me or let me know and you're like group 3 this scenario. Like, it's always good to know that I'm just not being crazy. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles to start. So for some of you, for sure, this is someone that you work with. This could even be a boss, and you're like not allowed to date them. Maybe specifically in your work environment, it's not good, and you guys have to hide it from other people with deceit here. There's a lot of worry about judgment, and maybe you were in denial about the connection at first, but you guys have learned a lot from each other. You've learned a lot from this person. Maybe you're like their student and they're your teacher, and you know they have the elephant here, and it's because they are such a great, you know, leader, great boss, or they're very wise. Maybe you guys make each other rich through this business or through this career that you have. Maybe you guys enhance each other's creativity. But this is someone that you could end up being in a relationship with. We have the Fool, which is Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks. We have the Hermit, which is, don't know this movie. I'll have to look it up. Whoa. And we have Strength. So pretty significant. We have 3 major arcana, and we have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So second scenario is that this could be a sugar daddy. This is someone that, you know, I don't know if I'm getting that scenario as much now that I've pulled the tarot, but for some of you, it could just be as simple as that. Your next kind of connection or relationship is with someone that is gonna kind of provide for you. Then we have the third scenario, which is this person could be famous of some sort, and you might feel like they're out of your league. We have Meryl Streep here as Karen Blixen in Out of Africa. I have not seen that. And then with Strength, we have Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley in Alien. Sigourney, oh, Alien. Man, was that a fucked up film. Okay. And then we have Empress, Elizabeth Taylor as Cleopatra. Okay, so let me gather my thoughts. With the third scenario, this person could be like famous, or they could be like at a different level than you, and it could make you feel kind of like inferior. It could make you feel like, what the fuck would he want to do with me? And you could be afraid of other people's judgment. You could be in denial that they are as into you as they are. But Spirit is saying this is someone that you will end up taking a leap of faith with. This is something that you'll have to trust your own intuition and be discerning about, whichever scenario fits in for you. But it seems like the connection, no matter what scenario you fit into, actually leads to something way more abundant and prosperous than I think you guys had ever planned on or imagined it to be. This is actually going to be someone that teaches you a lot, and I think you already know that up front, which is why there's this initial attraction. And you guys are both going to serve as a reflection to each other, so this could be definitely a twin flame sort of connection, and this connection is going to build both of you up and bring you into this movement forward where there is more faith involved, more intuition involved in your daily dynamic and your choices. For you, it could be trusting more and receiving more. For them, it could be having more faith and being more creative about their future. But I definitely feel like you guys are going to build each other up. I mean, the elephant is one strong motherfucker. And I feel like this is someone who is going to help you with your strength and your abundance. This is someone that wants you to be successful with or without them. They want to build you up into the beautiful empress that they know that you can be. And they want you to get into an energy where you are not always so serious. Maybe they want you to enjoy life. Maybe they want you to be more of a child. Maybe you have gone through a lot of grief. Maybe you constantly have to worry about things. Maybe you have children that you have to take care of. Whatever it is, I feel like this person is going to really express their love to you and make you feel a profound sense of security that maybe you have not felt before. This is someone that you definitely can trust. With deceit, I don't think this is someone that is going to deceive you. I think it's that you guys might be being deceitful to other people and hiding the connection or the relationship, because it might be that you come from completely different cultural backgrounds and your cultures don't accept each other. It could be different ages. It could be a working relationship. You know, it's definitely taboo in some way, shape, or form. And you guys are worried about other people's judgment, or even bullies of that matter, if this is a social media connection and they are famous, or, you know, whatever it is. We have harmony. I know in my heart that when something is right, it feels easy and breezy, even though that sounds cheesy. With this in mind, I banish all stress, insecurity, and tedious work from my relationships. Then I invite harmonious relationships into my life and let them show up on their own time. Easy breezy things are rarely punctual. That's beautiful, because that's kind of really the theme here, is that you guys shouldn't be worrying about other people. And I think this person wants to make sure that you don't worry about other people. They want to make sure that you feel secure. They want to make sure that you feel abundant. And I think it's important for you guys to arrive at that abundance on your own. And I think that's why this person wants to help you with that as well. Maybe they want to help connect you to their network. Maybe they want to teach you things. But there's definitely this beautiful movement forward, and it also requires this kind of leap of faith. So this was really complex, honestly. This person could have a mustache or a beard or longer hair. They could have lighter eyes. This is someone who is going to be very attracted to your weirdness or your dabbling in the occult. They could be very interested in, like, you know, learning from you. I feel like that teacher-student dynamic can flip-flop both ways with both of you. And I feel like you guys could really build something beautiful together. But it's gonna be about seeing past any kind of underlying illusion, surviving what needs to be kind of dealt with, and then thriving afterwards. So this is really beautiful. I'm very curious to get into the extended and see the sexual energies. That is linked down below. We'll be talking about the intimacy and the romance of this relationship and connection. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you in the extended.